So one of the things that I didn't really get to talk about on Wednesday was the different motivations that we have for fasting and what fasting can be about truly and what it can do for us. So I'm just going to talk a little bit about that more. So first of all, fasting is a good way of humbling ourselves before God. Humility is one of the most important qualities really for anybody to have, but especially for followers of Jesus to have. In fasting, we're reminded just how fragile we are, how much we rely on things that are out of our control, and it just kind of allows us to be humble about it and say, wow, God provides for us a lot more than I thought. So that's one thing. Another way is that we fast to purify ourselves. And we talked about this more on Wednesday, but it's, that idea of seeing the potential sins in our life. And when we fast, we can kind of purge ourselves of that. And God, with God's help, we can kind of cleanse ourselves of those sins. And another huge reason for fasting, and this is related to the former, or to one before that, but it's about overcoming temptation or resisting temptation. So we've probably heard a lot in our life. How can you expect to overcome the big things if you can't overcome the little things? Well, whenever we fast from something like food, something small like that, we're basically telling our bodies and our minds, you don't own me, right? I have control over you. You don't control what I think and what I do. And so when we fast, we're training ourselves for the bigger fights. We all have compulsions and temptations in our life. For some of us, that's like eating too much, or others, it's, maybe we have a problem with spending money, or it's an addiction to something. Maybe it's something like sexual, like lust or pornography. That's by mastering our bodies over the little things, our minds and our bodies over things like food. We're training ourselves for these big moments. Whenever we're overcoming temptation or resisting temptation, we can say, no, I've done this before. I've trained for it. So lastly, I want to say, fasting is a good way of demonstrating our love of God. We physically demonstrate our love for other people all the time, right? We give them things, we hug them, we provide for them. It's the same thing for God. We do something physical like fasting just to show our devotion, not to prove anything, not to say, look how much holier I am than other people. No, Jesus actually condemns that. Fasting is not about making yourself look good before others or before God. It's about doing all the things that we've talked about. And in doing that, it pleases God. So these are a few other things that we need to be thinking about with fasting. And I hope that that's helped a little bit fill in some of the gaps that we might have left on Wednesday. So I hope to see you guys later.